Hey, no one. Great to see you. Not seeing me. This is going to be amazing, by the way. Trust me, I'm legitimately pulsing with anger, rage, and emotions. Trust me. You're not going to miss out. This is going to be amazing. Just hang there.
Thursday.
I don't even know what's happening. Hello. Hey, Ernestine, how you doing? Cherries, hello. Rose, hello. Dwayne, is it? Hey. Starman, hello. Jenna, hey. Stephanie, hi. Endless Rage, hey. The Andronic. Thomas, hey Tom. Rose, Molly, David, Paratrooper, Rob, J-Mo, Colin, Kimo, Bear, Beck, Cat Eyes, Chris, everyone. Thank you. Hey, welcome everyone. Hey, Latalia, is it? Mila, Spam Eggs, Yolanda. Hey guys, I'm doing my best to keep up with everyone and say hey, because I really appreciate you guys being here. Because I can tell you right now, I'm still like my legs are bouncing up and down. I'm still like full of rage and emotion, and I just had one of those experiences today. So we might as well talk about it, and hopefully you guys can tell me I'm wrong or crazy or nuts or justify. You guys can hear me, right? Let me check. Justify. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay. So 72 people watching. That's good. 74 people watching, 13 likes. Do me a favor. All you got to do is push that like button. It doesn't cost anything. Just helps more people and it helps my son. So please. All right. So it's 12:40 p.m. on Thursday, the 12th of October, 2023. This is a tricky situation. I'm here to vent. Endless, that's for sure. I'm actually going to do this. Then I've decided, and you can tell me if this is okay or not. I'm actually going to record an unmasked, unedited, unplanned video that I'll put out next week. I'm going to record that straight after this about this very experience. So I'm just going to finish this once I've done this and then record a video. No editing, unmasked, unplanned, nothing. All literally just because I don't think live streams enough. God help me. Hey, Wendy. You sound like a great mum. So well done, Wendy. We appreciate you. Okay. So basically, and for those just joining us, welcome everyone. It's great to see you, PetSmart. Hey, yo, Ohio. Oh, Amelia, yeah. Hey, did you get my email about? I didn't understand that joke you sent me. I apologize. Hey, from Canada, Wendy, New Orleans, Brett. Vikings farts. Viking farts. That's the best. Okay. So yeah, hey everyone, welcome. If you don't know who I am, you'd look it up. Cool. So, hey, Sam Walker. Okay. I just had a brief conversation with my wife to try and work through this, and it's one of those situations where it's hard to work through. So I've decided I'll talk to you guys. Bionic Dance, thank you. It's great to have you. I appreciate everything you're doing to help your parents understand you. Jen, hey. Okay, so right now, this second, I feel like Rango. We're riding now. This second. I should be part of a Australian government sanctioned national autism strategy community consultation session. I right now have been pre-booked and should be part of basically hosting, emceeing, being a part of an online community forum for autistic people in Australia to share their thoughts and feelings on the national autism strategy to help potentially improve the lives of autistic people. Of course, we know that nothing governments do is anything more than talk. That's as factual, historically factual. So no matter what happens in the end, nothing will really happen. Oh no, sorry, Orion, you're right. The national autism strategy is going to fix the fact that autistic Australians have a lower life expectancy. 80% unemployed, mental health problems, criminal justice system, lack housing and basic needs, mental health conditions undiagnosed. Now, of course, the strategy is going to fix all those, Orion. So you're wrong. Yeah. Oh, my apologies. I mean, please. It's nothing but words, smoke, and mirrors. And I could have said that prior, right? That's just from being a human, living, breathing, bloody human. But trust me, I know it even more now. So I am going to record my whole experience on a video for the unmasked, unedited thing. I'm definitely going to do that because it takes no effort for me. I just rant, which I like, and I don't edit it. I just put it up. So I'll put that up, and that'll be up hopefully on the YouTube channel for Monday, I think. But presumably because of the rage inside me, you may never want to watch me again. So please, in the comments, tell me if I'm being wrong, if I'm being offensive or wrong or whatever. I want you to honestly tell me. Call me out. I apologize if I am. Okay. No, Bionic Danzig should not have pounded a Red Bull right before this. All right. So, Orion, why aren't you then? So you said you should be doing that now. Why are you talking to us on YouTube live stream? Good question, guys. Good question. Okay, so earlier in the week. Earlier in the week, I hosted, emceed, facilitated, whatever, my first online community consultation online forum thing for the National Autism Strategy. And I had no issues with it in general terms, like emceeing it, hosting it, fantastic. All the documents provided to help me and the staff and the team behind it, great. All good, my friend. The main issue I had was and I'll do this on the video, but when it got to the point of the consultation session where we actually got autistic people to share their thoughts and experiences to help, it all went off the rails. Now I'll talk about it in the video. I'm going to do the unmasking, but here's the issue, right, on Monday. So you got a group of autistic people who are asked to share their experiences to help improve their lives because we did a study and the lives of autistic Australians are bloody horrible and so bad the government has to intervene. Right. So we're going to ask autistic people how to help them, right? You've got a group of autistic people trying to do that, but they're autistic. You can't say, okay, we've got 15 minutes to talk about social inclusion, everyone. Now, I know there's, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 people here. That's okay. You'll all be able to give 30 seconds each. Now, so and I'll do this more in depth on the video because this is a live stream and I want to kind of interact more. But the bottom line is my experience was horrific. Like, I'm an autistic person. Basically, I'm, in a way, trying to facilitate a conversation. But all I'm really doing, in effect, is trying to work out how do I cut off this autistic person or that autistic person and let that person talk, right? You can't, an autistic person trying to keep other autistic people on track or in line. That's not possible. And then it was like super stressful for me, but also because I felt like I was failing. getting somehow a scenario where these other autistic people could actually have their say. I was failing them, right? And that felt really bloody horrible. So that was a mistake. Me facilitating stuff. That was a mistake. And then, look, I made it very clear. I made it very clear at the end on email to the people that did it, knowing I had to do it again today. That look, that was very bad. And the mindset was I felt like a lot of the autistic people, number one, felt very frustrated and not heard. Right now, if it's a community consultation period for autistic people to be heard for a strategy, you'd want them to feel satisfied and heard. You wouldn't want them to feel cut off, not heard, not listened to, not given enough time, and frustrated. That's a worst case scenario. Now, that was my experience. And those words were actually used. I heard the word frustrated used by people. I heard the word cut off used by people. I heard that was actually words said by not me, others. And that really got to me. It really affected me emotionally. It really upset me. And I was shot on Monday and on Tuesday. I was really bad too. I barely recovered in time for today. So I'm sorry, guys. I've missed all the comments because I've been doing the thing. I apologize. I'll stay on track. So today I logged on prior to the consultation session where you have a chat with the team that run it and the other people, right? And I think we got talking about we must have got talking about experiences and thoughts. And I mentioned that I'd been reflecting on what I'd learned and how I can help other autistic people today to get the most out of it. And in my mind, and this is what I said to the group. So this is off stage, like this is not the session. This is a pre-meeting, right? So just the people involved in putting it together. And I said, I think we need to be honest with the autistic people coming along. I think on Monday, they thought they'd come along, they'd have a chance to be heard, they'd feel satisfied in being heard, they wouldn't feel pressured or constrained, and they'd go away feeling good, right? And that didn't happen. Now, you've got autistic people who have processing issues. Then you're putting time constraints on them and the pressure of performing on demand in front of other people, right? Whether it's verbal or seeing it or whatever, on an online kind of Zoom setup. And to me, that didn't work at all. And so we didn't have a good result. So I said, I learnt from my point of view that I think it's important we're honest with autistic people. By the way, put in the comments if I'm full of crap or you think I'm wrong. I want to know. This isn't a yes man chat, okay? I said I think we need to be honest with autistic people because that's how we think, that's how we operate, logical. And I think we should say, look, I know, this is what I basically said. I know you've got, let's say you're a person. I know that you've got a story to tell. I know you've got many stories to tell. I know you've got many experiences that you want to share. I know there's many things you want to contribute to making the life for autistic people better. But that won't all happen today. In this 2-hour period, we're not going to be able to hear everything you've got to say. What we can do, though, is ensure that we all have an opportunity to contribute and to be heard to some degree. Now, you may still leave this session today feeling like you haven't been heard fully or haven't been heard at all and feeling frustrated. But no, and I think it's really important we reiterate this because, autistic people like to hear things a few times. I think it's really important you understand, I know you've got lots to say. And I know it's important. And I'm just trying to tell you so you understand and you don't shut down that we're not going to get to all that. So let's try and make the best of it and focus on what we can achieve together, right? Now that was labeled by some of the team to me as negative, as me being negative. And then they said that I wasn't on the same page because I wasn't promoting a sense of positivity. The idea that we would tell people that they won't be able to say everything they have to say or be fully heard, or that I'm trying to be negative and not and ruin the vibe from the start. And because I'm like the MC, if I was going to be on that page, that would be bad. And they wanted to make sure I was on the same page as them. I'm like, what do you mean? What page do you want me to be on? Because all I'm doing here is using my honest experiences from doing this on Monday and reflecting on how I can help autistic people. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. Autistic people like to know the truth. If they don't and it doesn't happen, they shut down. We don't want you shutting down when you're trying to be heard. Didn't like it. What happened was, in the space of me logging on to get ready and having a chat, in the space of 5 or 10 minutes, it got to the point where I was repeatedly asked by the team. So this is the most emotionally distressing, upsetting experience. I feel, because they were asking me, are you sure? We just want to make sure you're comfortable. Are you sure you do want to do this today? Right? Are you sure? Because we really want to make sure everyone's, on the same page and we're all understand. And, I just want you to feel comfortable to know you don't have to do this. Keep in mind, when I told them how I felt on Monday, I actually put in an email. That didn't go very well. I didn't do very well. I don't think it was very effective. I'm happy to try again on Thursday, but if you'd like, you can find someone else. I actually put that in an email on Monday. Now, through email, we agreed, no, that's fine. We understand it is challenging. We'd love you to do it again. We'll just get some people to help you in other areas and it'll be fine, right? And then today, minutes before it's supposed to happen, I'm being asked again, well, it seems like you had a bad experience on Monday. Are you sure you want to do it again? Like, we just had this conversation at the start of the week. So I'm like was it gaslighting or something? And then and to call me negative. No, but I wasn't being negative. I was actually trying to offer practical, honest advice on how to reach autistic people and get the best out of the situation. But they think in even remotely insinuating that autistic people won't feel heard, that autistic people will feel frustrated, that was unacceptable. That wasn't the page I needed to be on. And honestly, so this is, hang on, remember, this is one autistic person here, right? And in my mind, effectively being ganged up on by a group of people on a Zoom or whatever, a pre-meeting. So they're trying to fire me or get me to ditch without trying to fire me or get me to ditch, right? Because I'm like, I don't understand what you mean. Like, you asked me about my thoughts and experiences. But doesn't mean that I'm just going to get on when I MC the event and rant and like, I'm not suggesting that. But it didn't matter. It's like they just kept pushing it. Like, do you want to be here? You sure want to be here? It feels like, like a blah, blah, blah. I feels like I had nothing. I felt like I had no other option than to leave. And it actually got to the point where this bullcrap toing and froing of nothingness, where I actually said, you know what? It's late. It should have started. It's not fair on the autistic people that signed up to be heard, knowing that they're not going to be heard fully anyway. I really think, it's not just not worth it. I think I should go. I'm going to go because these people deserve to be heard. So I wish you all the best. And I hit leave and I left the meeting. I mean, I hope that makes sense. If you have thoughts or ideas, and don't be a yes person. You can say I'm just an idiot. That's fine. So here's my issue, right, guys? I'm an autistic person who was approached by an organization to be a part of an autistic consultation period, an autistic consultation session online for autistic people to be heard because of a national autism strategy to help autistic people. And you got an organization with presumably a group of neurotypical people telling me that I'm not on the right page to help autistic people have the right experience at a session designed to hear autistic people, to therefore help autistic people. In fact, I shouldn't be there. I should consider if I should be here or I should do this. Do you understand the irony here? An autistic person was too autistic to remain the face of or part of an online session for autistic people to share their autistic thoughts to help autistic people. I'm the problem. I'm the problem. And what got me was there was actually another person on this little pre-meeting chat. And I actually think that person might have actually been an autistic person who was also like being a part of some group stuff. And they actually said they agree with the team person that we should remain positive, right? As in like going against me. I'm thinking to myself, so I must not be right. I must be moronic. Then I'm thinking to myself, hang on a second. When they mean stay positive, they don't mean stay positive. They mean lie. Staying positive isn't they're not asking me to stay positive. They're asking me to lie. They're asking me to literally, we should stay positive. Welcome along, guys. You're all going to be heard today. You're all going to have a great experience. You're not going to feel cut off or pressured or struggling with the sensory overwhelm or all the other issues. You're going to walk away not feeling frustrated. No frustration here, guys. Everyone's heard. Don't worry about that. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Yeah, they ought to be. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm on a different planet now. I'm on a different planet now. Seriously, there's some autistic person saying they agree with the positivity. And that's because I'm negative. I'm negative that I want to tell autistic people that they've got a big story to tell and it's worth being told, but it's not going to happen today for everyone. It's not practical. We're talking about a 2-hour session and 4 different pillars and broken into time. And I'm the one dampening the proceedings or being negative. And then I should side with the team who want positivity, which is just actually not positivity. It's bullshit. It's lying. That's all it is. And then I actually said to the team leader person, listen, I don't know if you're autistic or not, but I've got an autistic brain. And trust me, I'm not being negative. I'm being logical. I'm being practical. That's how my brain works. And by the way, autistic people wouldn't think I'm being negative either. So you're judging me based on what you think, but I'm talking about what I'd say to autistic people to get the best out of the situation. God damn it. So in effect, fired from another job, another opportunity to work for the autistic community through an organization who would actually pay me money, gone before it even started. For being autistic. Sorry, not being autistic, for being negative, right? For not being on the same page. So an autistic person, so a neurotypical team member running a session wanted to make sure that an autistic person was on the same page. There is no same page, guys. They're different brains. You've got a neurotypical brain, you've got an autistic brain. Different pages, mate. You can't be on the same page. So that's why we have to understand each other, right? And the way you understand each other is by me going, well, actually, team leader, just so we can understand each other, I wasn't trying to be negative. That's my way of being honest and open and logical. And by the way, I actually preface it with saying, I'm trying to help people. I looked inside myself on the failure of Monday to say, how can I help autistic people not have that experience? Right? And my idea was to be honest. I know you've been through a massive amount of crap in your life and you've got lots of stories to tell and I want to bloody hear them. But it's not going to happen today. We can't hear them all today because there's all these autistic people that want to be heard. So we need everyone to be heard to some degree, but it's not going to be the degree you want. And you're probably going to feel unheard and frustrated. Tell me that isn't true. But that's negativity. That's not true. We have to be positive. So ask me 7 times if I still want to be here, if I should be doing it. I don't understand. You've got a neurotypical person trying to get me to leave or something, and my mind doesn't even understand what they're talking about. I'm like, you know what? I will leave, but not because I feel like you're asking me to be fired or go away, because I feel so unwanted, so unappreciated, so understood. By the way, this is in the context, guys. Remember, in the context of an autistic person feeling this, hosting an autistic consultation session. I'm going to record an unmasked, unedited video on this exact story. We'll put it up for Monday or whatever. I'm going to do it straight after this. But so yeah, I left. There goes the work. There goes the money. There goes the opportunity. And why? because I'm an autistic person being too autistic for other autistic people at an autistic community consultation session. Because they think that you, autistic people, would think I'm being negative or I'm not on the same page. Now, the only people who are being negative and not on the same page are you guys, you neurotypical teen people. It's toxic. Everyone's going to be heard today. No one will be frustrated. And let me say this. My experience from being a part of this is that, in fact, the governments don't want to hear from us. The governments did a study in Australia, the Senate report, that deeply looked into the lives of autistic Australians. I've done videos on this. The results were horrific. Now, they weren't expecting that. Yeah, they weren't expecting that. Whoa, hang on. What? Their life expectancy is less than any other peer? They're like 80% unemployed. They're homeless. They have mental health conditions that are undiagnosed. They're in the criminal justice system, yet they're less likely to offend. How is all this possible? This is horrific. They didn't expect all that. Like, holy crap. We've got to do something about this now. We can't just table it and move on. Guess what? They tabled it in March 2022. It's October 2023. They tried to table it and move on. And then it's like, oh, we better do something. Let's implement a strategy. What in the goddamn hell is a strategy going to... Let me tell you, you tell me there's an autism strategy that's going to extend the lifespan of my autistic son, because we're stuffed. You really think the strategy is going to implant into the minds of employers so my son doesn't go through the same experience I go through or you go through every day? Getting fired from jobs or pushed out of jobs because you're not wanted, or your class is being negative or not on the same page. Not on the same page. What page are we talking about? Honesty, truth, what? Like, it just... It's nothing more than political. But they just... And that's the thing. I've learned this. I sat in on sessions. I've watched politicians live talk about it. And it's just really bad little lines. Like one of the lines was, well, you know, we know it takes a village to raise a disabled child. That's what a politician said. I was there live. I'm thinking to myself, what in the hell are you talking about? Oh, I know what the village. I get what you're saying now. It takes a village to raise an autistic child. What you mean is the village is a village that has all the money, asks the disabled child what you need, then makes them prove they need it, then beg for it, then they give them 40% of what they actually need, but then make them feel guilty and shameful for taking it. But then every time they use it that they've been given, they go, why'd you use it for? And then when they get scared of using it, they go, why haven't you used it? You haven't used it, you don't need it, no more. That's the goddamn village. I'll tell you right now, the village can piss off. We don't need you, mate. The village can go away because you aren't doing chicken crap, my friend. You can burn your village to the ground for all I care. So seriously, I can't believe that in just being me, that I can be so yuck to other people. I can't believe that just being me, just turning up to do something and being my honest, normal self can be so horrible for people. How am I? I'm so unlikable. I'm so unemployable, unwanted. I can't believe it. I legit never recover from this crap. And that she said, you know, you mentioned that it was one of the worst experiences you've been through on Monday. Are you sure you want to go through that again? I'm thinking to myself, but you just said it's not going to be like that, right? So hang on, like, you know what I'm saying? But you can't use that on me if you're just saying it wasn't like that and it's not going to be like that. What I'm trying to say is, I get that you're a team that have been employed by the government to do these things, and good on you. Fantastic. You take the money, you do your job, you go home, whatever. But this isn't a job for me. This is actually my life and my son's life, right? This isn't like a little joke. So, and also it's not one size fits all. Like, oh no, but we always have to be really positive and tell people that everything, all their dreams will come true. But no, you don't. In this audience, you don't. So now I feel like, oh, I'm not autistic. I actually am just a psychopath. I'm just a narcissist or a psychopath or whatever. And because other autistic people, they agreed. They thought it was good to be positive or whatever, not be honest. And then, well, then what am I? I'm just a crap ass person. I mean, I can't even believe the experience. And what's funny, guys, here's the funny thing. Right now, there are more people watching me right now live, online, talk about this experience. In fact, there's about 2 to 3 times more people than have signed up and are attending the online session that I was going to be at. It's 1:08, goes till 2:00. There's more people watching me rant about not being a part of it than there is people actually being a part of it. And you know what? Okay, let me ask you this. Do you really think the best way to help autistic people, right, through the government, all this kind of stuff, is by not telling the government the truth? Is by not being open and honest to the people trying to get the information? Do you really think I should mask? Like my wife actually said, it was a good point. She said, maybe if you really wanted to do it, you should have just lied and masked and just said, no, I'm definitely on the same page. I won't say anything bad. This is going to be great. And they would have let you do it. And she makes a great point. But only a neurotypical could have come up with that point. I never would have occurred to me. It never occurred to me to just lie to her. You know what? Yeah, I will. I never did. It's a great thought, though. That is the only way to make difference for our kids' lives, our lives, is to be honest and open. But no, we can't do that. Claire, what's up, my friend? From the Woodshed Theory, there is no bad on the autism spectrum, only good. Claire says this was a joke. Cherries, also in the video. You know, hey, Josh. Yeah, Mary's got a point there about my wife. No, I totally get what you're saying, Claire. I get what you're saying. Sorry. I say it back to you in a way that's hard. I get what you're saying. So this is an insight. This is an insight. 2 autistic people are struggling via chat to even communicate in a normal way, right? I'm being ganged up on by a group of neurotypical people. I'm not understanding what's going on. It's a great insight. Please don't ever, Claire from Woodshed Theory, you could say anything to me and I would not take it personally. So please don't feel bad. Yeah. Hey from Norway, Critical Northern. So Ernestine, screwing the Orion, you stand for truth and justice. Channels help me more than you know. I feel like I also felt like an a-hole at the forum. Okay. Thank you, Ernestine. I appreciate that. William, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. So people are coming into this live chat. It's been going for 33 minutes. They're probably going, what on the hell have I missed? I promise you, when this live chat's finished, you'll be able to watch this live chat in replay forever. Okay? It'll be available to watch in replay forever. Plus, I'm going to do a video on this whole experience. But long story short, you get your thing and raving about the idea that I could be too autistic to be a part of an autistic consultation session to share thoughts on being autistic to help autistic people, which is the case to me today. So, yeah. So rather than me being a part of an autistic consultation period for autistic people, I'm talking to you guys, significantly more you guys than what I would have been talking to, because I was too autistic, and in their words, I was being negative, and wasn't on the same page because I wanted to be honest with autistic people. The idea that in a 2-hour period that, I don't know, 50, 60 autistic people could all be heard to the point where they're satisfied and not frustrated or feel unheard is frankly, from my experience, actually happening on Monday, is frankly unrealistic, is wrong. So the idea that I shouldn't be there and providing some sort of insight into autistic people is the reason why I'm not there. That's horrible. You've got to be positive, Orion. You shouldn't be telling them they'll be frustrated or not heard, but they are. That's the case. You can't get a massive group of autistic people and expect them all to be heard and satisfied in small time constraints with the processing pressure of, here's the next question, demand. Yeah? Cherries. Part of my inner circle, by the way, cherries. That's if you're a member. Gaslighting, they don't deserve the gift you are. Love you, my friend. You know, I'm here anytime you want to vent. I like the emoji stuff. That's awesome. Yeah, exactly. Claire, Woodshed theory. Why choose to only share the good? It sounds shady to me. Well, that's right. So maybe I'm not up with the corporate mentality of toxic positivity, but the good is, you've made it in. Not many people got in. It's a finite group. You've made it in to the opportunity to share your story or your piece to help the lives of autistic people and contribute. And I just want to make sure that you understand that we know you have a story to tell, but it might not all be told today. We might not have the time for everyone to share all the things they want to share, but everyone will have a chance to contribute. That's what I'm proposing. And yes, I am proposing saying, and that does mean, guys, you may feel a sense of not being heard or frustration at the end. But I'm saying this at the start, so you use that as a motivation to at least come up with the things you know are really important that you want to convey and can at least convey them. So in saying that, I'm giving you, an autistic person, in my mind, logically, the motivation to go, okay, cool, so I won't get everything out. He said that, right? I thought I would. That's a bummer, but he said that. So what do I really need to get out? Okay, I'm going to get that out. And how is that bad, by the way? On the same page. So I start getting ganged up like everyone's on the same page but me. I hear it, another autistic guy, not on the same page as everyone else. Welcome to my life. But it shouldn't be pointed out to me on a situation where I'm trying to help autistic people improve their lives, like honestly and truly. So you know what? Good on you. Well done, guys. Thank you so much to the team that wanted to bully me out of being a part of something to help autistic people because I was too autistic for them and too honest and logical and open. Good for you. What a great job. And what context was that in? Oh, to help autistic people. Oh, you really helped me. You really helped me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. You really helped me. I can't imagine why autistic people struggle with employment. Can't get my head around it. Thank you, Yolanda. I appreciate that. Helping you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And by the way, I'm going to do a video, an unmasked, unedited video on this whole experience after I finish this. But what I want to be clear about is I'm sharing my experience, but I'm not interested or in the business of, providing like specific details. I'm not going to do that. I'm not into that. Just my experience. That's why I'm saying things like, organizations, team members, that kind of stuff. That's all you need to know. I don't think it's relevant or appropriate to go any further because that's not what it's about. It's not about that. And of course, they may well go, well, Orion, we didn't fire you. We just asked you repeatedly if you're sure you want to still do this today. if you're more than comfortable or welcome to not to go, it's okay. Like, you know, that's being fired. That's firing an autistic person when they're about to do an autistic event for autistic people without doing it. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not a moron. Claire, what do you got up? So it's a practice to have neurotypical people at a company feel better about themselves and how great and inclusive they are. Well, that's exactly right, Claire. That's exactly what it is. They needed to know that I was going to make sure that everyone knew that what they were putting on today would leave everyone feeling completely heard and satisfied and not frustrated. And somehow that needed to be the result, even though it won't be the result today. I'm not there, but it won't be the result today. It wasn't on Monday and it won't be today. And other people can go, oh, Ryan, I was in a different group to you and it was amazing. Great. Fantastic. I'm talking about the group I was in and the experience I had. And that was, I felt horrible for these people, completely let down for these people. And it doesn't matter if every experience is different. I guarantee, we even in the main group, I actually heard people use the phrase about being cut off today. People being cut off, not heard, not being able to speak, having their hand up and ignored, right? So people that aren't me saying that is all the proof I need. Yet to make you feel better, like you're doing a good job, your organization's amazing, I've got to be on the same page. By the way, it's not my job to be on the same page of neurotypical people or organizations who have put us in the life we're in, which is so bad the government have to intervene and come up with a strategy. They should be welcoming me being on the wrong page. They're on the wrong page. I'm on the right page. Or we wouldn't be doing this. Why would we be having a meeting to help autistic people at this consultation event if we're all on the same page? No one's on the same. Our life would be good. I mean, shit, mate. Carl, you've just tuned in. First live. My apologies. The worst possible live could ever come to. I've been ranting about an experience. I apologize. But, you know, I kind of, when I do these kind of things, I think, oh man, so many people are going to be offended, and so many people are going to go, oh, I can't take this dude. And I respect that. You know, I'd rather be that and get pushed away from events like happened today than force myself to be someone I'm not and really achieve nothing. So I'd rather help people and be me than not be me, and I don't know, somehow be more successful. It's just not something I can do. Yeah, absolutely, Claire. Not all those NT advocates are bad. But see, these aren't neurotypical advocates, by the way. These are just team members of organizations putting on events. They think you can do exactly the same. So autistic people's lives are crap house because we are not on the same page as others who are not on the same page as us. So to all be on the same page would dispute the purpose of needing this. So the idea that it should be pointed out that I don't seem I'm on the same page is actually the best possible scenario result today. Right? Kratkin 37 recently diagnosed. Thank you. Thanks looking up. Just looking, I appreciate the company myself. Redhead Forrester, thank you, my friend. I think I've shared the story as much as I can in whole. So over to you guys. If you wanted to repost stuff, I can check it out. And this is your chance now to talk and chat. I'm sorry about the big long rant. It's just an experience I really had to get off my chest and talk about. I felt just completely shamed and rejected and like I don't know, just ganged up on and spat out. And there's something about it too, processing it. It's really hard for autistic people. That's a pretty traumatic experience, to be honest with you, to rock up for something, to have a conversation, and it ends up basically you leaving or feeling kicked off. I don't like dramatic situations or confrontation. Yeah, it follows autistic people because of the neurotypical nature of somehow being honest is negative, and in their mind being positive is lying. See, positive and lying are two different things to me. They're not the same anyway. Thanks, Camille. I appreciate that. Now, Ernestine, you're asking about the haunted thing, eh? The plaque, the thing above my finger. It was falling over, but only during a live stream. This is a live stream. It hasn't fallen over once. So presumably, my house is no longer haunted. Omatic, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I understand, Stephanie. Processing is horrible. Thanks, Willful Mystic. Appreciate that. Ernestine, you used to do paranormal investigation when you worked with cops. That's amazing, by the way. I just want to hear all about that now. That's all I want to hear about. I'm not even kidding. You tell me there's a more interesting topic raised today than Ernestine saying she did paranormal work with police. I don't think that's the case. That's amazing. I legitimately want to hear about that. See, Blaney, they treated you the way the world has treated you all your life, in an environment where you rightly thought you wouldn't be treated that way. It's upsetting. Yeah. Missy Davis, Orion, look at the autistic friends you're helping that completely identify with your experience. Thank you. Familiar Tigger, this is why I suggested you go back to uni for psychology. Then you can't deny your viewpoint because you would be a doc and neurodivergent. Say, oh, thank you, S. Schwingle. Appreciate that. So, can I just say, before you guys, before a channel and a community and live chats, before this, I don't know how I would have processed or got through something like this, because it's so this, like, I'm just honestly just a bit of gratitude, to be honest with you, for you guys, because this is one of those experiences you don't expect to go through. You don't expect, especially in the context that it is. But you know what? I'm starting to realize, as an autistic person, not many situations are going to be favorable for you if you can't work out how to be as neurotypical as possible, which I always bloody struggle at or fail. And it's really horrible. It's like just to see people turn on you when you dare say something or have a different perspective, and when you dare not be on their page. So to be able to talk to you guys about it, I can't even tell you how important it is. And I mean, you guys, obviously you guys can go back when this is finished and watch this in replay, and you can comment in the comment section, and you'll be able to see the live replay comments and continue the conversation with each other. But hopefully what I'm getting from you guys can get from each other as well, by talking to each other in the comments and reaching out. It means a lot to have a group of people here that able to listen and share and all that kind of stuff. It means a lot. But man, how do you recover from this kind of stuff? How do you recover from an experience like this to just keep going? I think I've decided, like, this is my content. This is me, my passion, this is my element, right? I believe every human has an element, as in you when you're in your element, right? When you know you're in your element, that's where magic happens. And when you try to put yourself in a different element, because it's for money or employment or other people pleasing, whatever, and it's not your element, you die. Like elephant in at the bottom of the sea, fish up a tree. It's not their element, right? This is my element. Hosting, emceeing, doing these kind of events is clearly not my element. And it's not just about me. It's also about the neurotypical world's inability to actually really accept the differences autistic people have. It's not my element. I've realized that. So I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm done. Emceeing events, hosting events, speaking engagements, emceeing events, hosting, any of this bull crap. I'm done. I don't need it. Conferences, whatever you call them, summits, whatever. I'm done. I've done them. It's not my element. It never goes well. It takes me bloody days to recover, weeks to recover. It affects my family. It affects me. And because no one gives a shit about autistic people, and they hate us the second we become autistic. As long as you can put on a smile and do your little MC act, you're fine. Not my element. So I'm out. I'm done. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do my content creation, the stuff, and stay with my tribe, stay with you guys. I'm done. Don't approach me. Don't come for me. I'm done. I don't care. I don't care. Money is never about why I do these things. So that's that. I'm out from the. This is it for me. Content creation, podcasts, YouTube videos. This is it for me. The rest of that crap, that can go to hell. I'm done. But let me ask you this, right? And I'll talk about this in the video. But let me ask you this, guys. Is it okay if I say, honestly, I'm not trying to be aggressive or offensive. Is it okay if I say, and going through this experience, can I also say, how annoying are autistic people? I mean, seriously, what in the hell? Like, I'm trying to help you guys contribute, and I've told you, I've literally told you, we're running out of time. These two people haven't spoken yet. I want to give you an opportunity to be heard, but I need you to keep it to a couple of minutes because we're already really late. 9 minutes later, person one still going. Like, what's wrong? Do you see what I'm saying? How annoying. And then I thought, oh, crap. This is me. And then I realized this is why I self-loathe. I hate myself so much. Like, can you guys relate to this, or am I just being horrible and offensive? Because honestly, it's like, this is me. You ask me a question and I won't answer it, but I'll give you like 7 different backstories, 5 different experiences, and 7 different rants in the space of 3 days, none of which come close to the answer to the question. And some person's got to listen to this. That's what I went through. I'm sitting there. What in the world? I mean, help me. Help you. Help me. help you. I don't know if that's offensive. I'm sorry if it is, but bloody hell, guys. And you know, that's why I said this session should have been 6 hours, not 2. Because autistic people can't answer a question in 3 minutes. It's not going to happen. Autistic people answering a question, there's things you've got to factor in. Okay, you've asked me a question. I need to answer it. How do I do that? Okay, firstly, I share 3 experiences from my life that I think were bad. And then every time I have an idea from that, I rant off on that. Then I come back to that experience. I finish those experiences and I talk about what I hate about the world, and I complain and I'm negative. And then I talk about why and then I go to this rant and that rant. And then I say, oh, they're not there anymore. It's tomorrow. And that's how you answer a question as an autistic person. Am I right or am I right, peeps? I mean, seriously, the fact that I could be saying stuff that could be only offensive to you, yet it's only negative and offensive to people it's not directed at, like neurotypical people, is bizarre to me. You guys, you don't even believe my videos. Like, I'm sure you understand. You've seen my live streams. If you could see, you've seen them with the unedited ones, but like, you know, the videos I make on topics where I actually like do a lot of work and planning. If you could see the raw footage, it's basically I'm cutting minutes and minutes out of these rants I go off on. I'm suddenly talking about the Constitution. I'm talking about the Australian Constitution. What's the topic, Orion? I don't know. I think it's about emotions and feelings. What the hell are you talking about the Constitution for? I can't stop. I don't want to stop. I want to talk about the Constitution right now. It's got nothing to do with this. Did you know the Australian Constitution is an act of British Parliament? Now, wrap your head around this, guys. Wrap your head around this. Okay, so if the Australian Constitution, so the paperwork that makes us ourselves, was actually legislated, invented, an act of British Parliament, don't you think, at least technically, British Parliament could repeal said act, rendering Australia Britain? Now, of course, they can't do that from all sorts of many unwritten rules and conventions and laws. But you see what I'm saying? That's interesting to me. Not interesting to you. Interesting to me. That's in a video. Cut. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Actually, yesterday I started talking to someone about solar flares. You know, they didn't even know the sun was a star. They didn't know the sun was a star. They didn't know the sun was a star. What do you think it is? The sun? Just the sun. Yeah, okay, great. Like, I've got a son. He's autistic. It doesn't mean he's a ball of gas. Plasma, sorry. Holy crap. It's plasma. It's all plasma, right? It's ionized. It's had its electrons ripped right out of it. Yeah? It's not good. You don't want to, it's not good. Keeps you warm, cool. Wait for 5 billion years when it decides to just eat us all up. And you're licorice all sorts. You think it's hot where you are this summer? Stand by, my friends. Oh my God, help me. Jeepers. Ernestine, I appreciate the support. Thank you. So, do you see what I'm saying? Autistic people, we know. That'd be amazing to talk about that, Josh. Autistic people, we know, are so different in everything we do. Yet, here we are being different in everything we do and being punished for it in 2023. And we're back. Welcome back, Claire from Woodshed Theory. I've done my stand-up rant, and now I'm back. Classic. Imagine if this was like a a live 24/7, like autistic, like network. And they just tuned in and it was like, not me, like all different autistic people. And they were like, they'd have these rants and these big things and then go back to like what they're actually doing. Imagine that. That'd be so funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah. And we're back. It's exhausting. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I don't know. What was I saying? That's what I was saying. What I'm saying is, what occurred today in my experience is very similar to my day-to-day life, right? So and you wonder why we're also always so bloody tired and exhausted. This is one of the reasons why we're always so goddamn tired and exhausted, yeah? Because this is just a lot of crap. Claire from Woodshed Theory actually wants to start a podcast called Special Interests, where I just let a person info dump about their special interest. I find these rants so interesting. Brilliant. All right. So Claire from the Woodshed Theory, you have to start this podcast. It has to happen. You must do it. You must start it. Okay. So all you need is I'll show you. You need this. You need a Rodecaster Duo. It's just 4-channel, right? Just get this, a Rodecaster Duo and a mic. Yeah. Get a Rodecaster pod mic or something and a pair of headphones. I'm saying Rode. They don't pay me money. Just at a really great Australian company. They make this is an all-in-one podcaster. Nothing else you need. Plug this in your computer, you're good to go. Mic, bang, there's your podcast. Okay. Way cheaper where you're in America. They're way cheaper than buying them in Australia, and they're made in Australia. Put down your PO address and let people send, go to Claire's channel and crowdfund her podcast equipment. Now you just give me this is my dust trap. Get your address down there, Claire, and we'll pay for it and buy one for you. You start that podcast. Anyway, yeah, I know I'm the first guest, of course, because I'm the most useless person on the planet. Dana Wilson, welcome to my inner circle, my friend. It's great to have you. Did you guys know that there's people always talk about like Patreon and stuff, and there's like the YouTube membership where you can show your support, which is amazing. So thank you, Dana. I appreciate that. That's a good question. That's a good question for you guys, for the 7 people still here. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't. This is another thing, right? I made it clear after my experience. I'm done with emceeing and hosting and all that kind of crap. I can't deal with it. Yeah. I can't get my head around this whole Patreon stuff. Like people always go, "Oh, Ryan, do you have a Patreon? Oh, Ryan, you should have a Patreon." It's like, why? Like, what's? Oh, so we can support you. You are supporting me. You're watching my videos and you're liking them and you're sharing them. What are you talking about? No. So we can ongoingly. It's like, I don't get it, guys. You can hear me now? Hello? Can you hear me now? Say yes. Yes. I'm back. Awesome. Someone tell me what I was saying. What was the last thing you heard? I was just ranting about Patreon or whatever that hell that thing is. And the bottom line is it's like, no. The answer is no. It's more work. You want to show your support, watch my bloody videos, share my bloody videos, like the videos. Patreon is like you pay money, you get extra, but it's like, then I've got to make extra. It's like, well, then that disputes the purpose of anything. It's like, I don't get it, man. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Some people actually said, that they've used it and that they've made a living off it. That's phenomenal. I don't get how it would work for me. That's what I'm saying. To be clear, I am not mentioning Patreon because I need anything, nor do I want anything. Let's be clear. People just keep asking about it. KA, thank you. You're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. So Claire, you're now saying you like the idea of me ranting in silence. You like me ranting to a silent room. Is that an idea? But yeah, there's a lot of these platforms. I just find them distressing, confronting. I don't know what to tell you. In saying that, though, this was my philosophy, right? I create content for autistic people, like you guys, my son, and I create that to help people. And there's no need to ask people for things for that. It's just there. It should be available. And I can supplement that by emceeing and hosting events. Well, I'm shot now, mate. There goes I'm not doing that anymore. So I'm not hosting events or emceeing anymore. So yeah, that's that. Anywho, classic. Hey, thanks, Viking. You are amazing. Thank you very much, Viking. I appreciate that. Now, the Kratkin is suggested only fans. What do you do on what I do on what do I do on OnlyFans? Do I have to provide content? Oh, right. Okay. No. 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 In fact, I can do it for free. Hang on. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. And actually, you know what? I think I mentioned this in a live last week. This has been one of those last week. I think I did a live saying it's one of those weeks. This has been one of those weeks again. I've had this experience with this thing we've talked about. And you can go back to the start and watch it when it's up and all that kind of stuff and comment and all that. But it's been another crap week for our son Conan, like our 9-year-old autistic son Conan. It never ends at school. Like the anxiety is going through the roof because he's in the final term of the year, so he's going into a new year, a new grade in February. So because term 4 has started, his brain has switched to, I'm going to have a new class. I'm going to have a new teacher. Will there be support people for me? What classes will I be in? All these kind of things. He's gone. And that's really a whole other level of anxiety. And there's also been, more bullying, and he's also had more autistic moments. And rather than understanding that, the school are in effect punishing him for having autistic moments. And I'll never get my head around that. Kratkin, welcome, Inner Circle. Awesome. Thank you, legend. So yeah, our little man, Conan, 9-year-old autistic Conan, it's school. It's Thursday. It's 1:40. It's school. So he's at school. And he's having a lot of anxiety issues and regulation issues because of the idea that school's about this is the final term, then it's a new year, and punished meaning he will be too autistic and therefore has to be taken out of class, and he's not able to just return to class when he's feeling like it. The idea that a teacher could even consider saying something like, I may invite him to come back. Yeah, that's not going to work, mate. This is an autistic kid. This is a neurodevelopmental disability. They become autistic and you don't invite them back once they're not being autistic again. And this is the crap that's going on, right? And you wonder why I'm so frustrated that I can't even be a part of a situation where autistic people share autistic experiences to help autistic people, because I'm too autistic to the team doing the things. It's really bad. The Kratkin, seriously, thank you. I finally understand myself and you're a giant part of that. Please keep being a bright light for others. I'm trying to find their way out. Thank you. That means a lot. I've been under so much stress, emotional stress today that, do you have this experience your voice goes? Like when you're really stressed, you start to lose your voice or whatever. Buttercup Jaws, hey, man, if you've just come in, you've missed everything. And I don't have the energy to go back. Please go back to the start and catch up. Horrible experience. Need to hear about it. Yeah, thanks, Keats. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can relate to the stuttering too. Like when I get stressed, I think I've done that too. Kind of stutter or stammer. Or yeah, that's right. It's really interesting how it all manifests. Yeah, you should rewatch Buttercups because you won't believe the story. Yeah, not good. Thanks, Stuart. Appreciate that, my friend. That's awesome. Yeah, Jane, there is a Human Rights Commission. It's a very tricky system to navigate, though, and so that's the problem. It's not really set up to protect the kind of people that we're talking about, unfortunately. But yeah, there definitely is. G'day, mate, 15, and everyone else who didn't see the start. Nothing to apologise for. I'm just saying I really encourage you to go back to the start either now or when you can, when it's a replay live. It'll be up, don't worry. If you get the full experience of the story and continue to contribute in the comments. See you, cherries. Is it late night where you are? What time is it? Dinner? Bed? Yeah, thanks, Lauren. I appreciate it. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Melissa. Conan's going to be stoked when he sees his 223 people and 266 likes. He's going to love that. So it's nighttime. Anywhere from 8, 9, 10, by the looks of it, in the US. 1:52 p.m. on Thursday, the 12th of October. Hello from the future in Australia. Lola, I appreciate that. See you, Bionic Dance. $7.52 in Cali, so West Coast. Hey, from the UK. It's way too late for you. How are you? Your aura. Hey, that's that's an interesting idea, Ernestine. A very interesting idea. It's only 4 a.m. where you are in the UK. What are you talking about? Are you getting up, or you still haven't gone to bed? I'm going to guess haven't gone to bed. Lauren asking about EDM. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate you. Have a great night. Oh, that's right, Troy. It is. You are an hour behind in Queensland. Everyone looks horrible on camera, Ernestine. Everyone thinks they look horrible on camera, and you know, there's a lot of things you do to fix it. Even just a simple light. Handmade Darcy. Oh, in Victoria. Awesome. Sup. Carl, hello to Conan. I'll say hello to him, buddy. He's at school at the moment, but I'll pass it on. That's funny. Kia, tell Conan he's got more Pokemon money. Yeah, that's exactly. That's the first thing he asks me if I do a live stream. Thanks, Dana. I appreciate that. It's very nice. The Kraken, have a great night. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Argentina. Cool, Anna. Laurie, g'day, Laurie. There is lots of people from Ohio here tonight. I'm live. Going to be on live internet. Do you want me to? I'm happy to. If you're busy doing stuff, you can talk to me. Okay. Text me. Okay. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, that reminds me. I mentioned Ohio. Is Ohio the state of Chicago? So I wondered. I traveled to Chicago to record that interview, and I did like lots of content in Chicago. Is that why there's a lot of people from Ohio that follow me? Is that right? That's Illinois? Okay, so Ohio. What's the connection with Ohio then? That's interesting. Ohio. I'll be damned. And that reminds me, I went to Chicago earlier in the year to record an interview for a show on PBS. And I've been contacted by the producers, and my interview, so the episode I'm on, is airing on PBS in early November. So in early November in the US, in early November, I believe what happens is my episode airs in Chicago in like prime time at the nighttime, and then goes live on the pbs.org site, and then nationally syndicated after that. So my interview, just about me and life and autism, is coming soon to American screens, early November. And I'll give you all the links and stuff when it gets closer. I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, it's cool to be able to see it online too, right? It's hammering down here, raining now, I'll tell you. Hammering down. Oh, that's the birthday month, Kayla. Cool. You know, I'm just letting you know, guys, that it's getting to the point where I'm going to have to go, because it's been going for an hour and 20 minutes, and I had this emotional massive high and this massive low, and been through a big experience, and you guys really helped me through it. And now I just feel like I'm just crashing. So I'm just putting it out there that I reckon I'm going to have to go. But yes, currently there is a little bit of rain and thunder down under. So I really appreciate everyone who's been here, whether you just got here or you've been here from the start. Sorry if you've just got here, but you'll definitely be able to watch this on replay once it uploads in the live stream section. To watch this whenever you want in your own time, and check out the replay of the chat and put it in the new comments. But thank you to everyone who's been here, all and each. That's not a sentence. That's not a sentence. Thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it. That's about it for me. And without you guys, I wouldn't have been able to process this today. So thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for your support. I promise you, I will turn this off and I will get a unedited, unmasked, unplanned video shot, untouched, completely just talking about everything that happened on my experience on Monday with this whole story in more detail. So you'll see that on my YouTube channel on Monday. Okay, I promise I'm going to do it. I'm just going to get it out of my system. And I appreciate you guys. You're amazing. Thanks for hanging out. It was great to see you again. And hopefully you guys enjoy the experience with the community. Thanks, Thomas. I appreciate that. Yeah, once this finally finishes its little processing, be able to watch this whole thing in replay from the start. And that's where the good stuff is. So thanks, guys. The inner circle is just my YouTube channel membership. That's all. So if you wanted to be a part of the YouTube channel membership, you just go to my YouTube channel on a computer. You won't see it on your phone. You go on a computer, and usually it has like a join or something, and you just become a member. It's really, you don't need to do it. It's really just if you say, you know what, I want to show you some support in like a financial way or whatever, you can do it, but you don't have to do it. So please, I'm just answering a question. I wasn't trying to promote it for no reason. I feel very weird about it. You guys are amazing. Anyway, all right, guys. Beautiful day. Have a great night, everyone, or a great day. And we'll catch each other on Monday with a brand new number 5, unmasked, unedited, everything. Part 5 drops Monday, if I can record it now. So let's go do that. See you guys. Love you all. Well done. I'm out. I'm going to keep going and be more negative now, okay? See ya. Aloha and bye.